Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Rila Fadila Bakhtiar. I'm from TBA 3C. Now, I will to explain some videos for the noisy. I will to explain some films before I watch it, and the title is The Messenger. Okay. Once upon a time, someone was sent by God to be a leader for his people. Is Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, where he often did contemplation but never during this time, namely for 3 days. And Angel Jibril came and told him to read, but the Prophet answered he could not to read. And the angel Jibril forced him again and said that Muhammad was a messenger from Allah. Because of this accident, the Prophet received revelation and told it to his wife, his friends, and those closer to him. One of the followers of the Prophet explained to his parents when he struck a small idol is berhala, and the berhala broke into several pieces. Then he explained to his parents that God didn't look comfortable. His parents didn't believe and was angry when he heard this, and he apologized to the berhala. Then he explains to his parents the true meaning of God. But his parents didn't agree with what he said. He still tries to explain to his parents about Islam, which is peaceful and does not like to force anyone to do something. Slowly, his statement made his mother a little disillusioned by what he had told about Muhammad and Islam. Elsewhere, there was a kind of approval from the Jews about Muhammad, action that he could not believe. The followers of the Prophet spread Islam to the Abbasiyah, and the king there had also hearing the story they broke and allowing the followers of the Prophet and stay as long as they want. At the time, there was a messenger from the Jews who tried to thwart their preaching, but all in vain. That year was a difficult year for the Prophet Muhammad, because his uncle died. Later, the Prophet moved to Taif. There was also a quarrel between the Ansar and the Muhajirin. They asked the Prophet Muhammad to be one to solve their problems. The Prophet agreed with them, but the Prophet had his own requirements for these people, so that they recognized that there was only one God, namely Allah. At other times, the Jews begged that anyone who was able to bring the Prophet Muhammad a leaf or deed will be rewarded with great rewards on that very moment. The Jews carried out a search to all corners of the city with the hiding that was carried out by the Prophet with his followers. And the followers of the Prophet were in Medina constantly waiting for the presence of the Prophet with enthusiastic enthusiasm, and they saw the Prophet from a distance and tried to approach him while welcoming him by using their tambourines and pottery, which was able to make hair cool. And with the arrival of the followers, immediately built the first mosque in Medina, and the mosque had been established with a long time. The village call to prayer was announced. The Jews rebelled and carried about the destruction of the city of Medina, but the followers of the Prophet did not take the slight test. Verses stand before, and they got orders from the Prophet directly. Unexpectedly, among them there was a traitor who was able to pit the two peoples against each other. And there was a war called the Badr War. And that war, there were people who died from being stabbed, shot by arrows from the Jews, but their departure was very beautiful because they fought for Islam is called jihad in Allah's faith. Okay, I think that's enough. And my sorry about the noisy, and sorry about my mistake. I think that's enough. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.